as...
Hey guys, this is Mitko, the allergic beekeeper.
And I'm Jen, just being myself.
Today we're going to talk about honeydew honey. So, Jen, what do you know about it?
Well, it's not from the melon, and I know it's one of the most highly sought after honeys by honey connoisseurs all over the world due to its unique flavor and health properties, which can be up to 9 times that of regular honey, which we'll cover later in this video.
In Bulgaria, it's known as manov-med, and it's actually a product of 2 insects. As you would guess, one of them is bees, but what about the other one?
The shiny spots on these oak leaves are actually the sweet secretions of aphids that feed on the plant sap. This secretion is called honeydew, which gives honeydew its name, and bees mistake it for nectar, bringing it back to the hive and making honey out of it.
That's why it's sometimes called oak honey or forest honey. But be aware, because some forest honeys on the market are a mixture between honeydew and nectar honey. So be sure to read the label.
The color of this honeydew honey is dark brown and a little bit of an amber red. The viscosity is not thin, but also not too thick. For me, the taste it reminds me of overripe fruit with notes of caramel.
It definitely has some caramel flavor and also like a molasses. And it has some fruity notes for me. Our honeydew honey comes from Stranja mountain, and more specifically the natural preserve Silkosia, which is the oldest preserve in Bulgaria. Since 2019, the European Commission actually gave a designation for the Stranja honeydew honey or Stranjanski manov-med as a protected name. Same as only sparkling wine from the Champagne region in France can be called champagne, only the honeydew honey from that specific region of Bulgaria can be labeled as such.
Given that it's a preserve, there is no commercial agriculture, which means there is no use of pesticides, no pollution that could possibly affect the honey in the Stranja Mountains, which, by the way, is home to an ancient, dense oak mastiff, in fact, the second largest in all of Europe. Our honeydew honey comes from the Stranja broadleaf oak, and it's not easy to produce. In fact, the weather conditions have to be perfect. If it's too dry and sunny outside, the honeydew will dry up on the oak leaves, but if it's too misty, then it will drip right off the leaves.
Honeydew honey has a low pollen count because it's not a nectar honey, and this makes it great for people with pollen sensitivity.
To qualify to be labeled as honeydew honey, the electrical conductivity must exceed 0.8 millisiemens per centimeter, which depends primarily on its mineral content. Honeydew from Stranja can go as high as 1.6 millisiemens per centimeter, which is up to 9 times that of some nectar honeys.
Honeydew honey has an abundance of minerals and micronutrients, such as potassium, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium, iron, amino acids, and a lot of vitamins.
And this is why it's called the black gold of the Balkans.
We recommend you try our honeydew honey, of course, by itself, and also paired with dry-aged cheeses.
Or even as part of a skincare routine.
So by now, most likely, you can't wait to try our honeydew honey. You can order it straight from our website anywhere around Europe. Just follow the link from the description.
So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you get the notifications.
Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
See you next time!
And always remember to be yourself.
As